Hi, and welcome to my online painting lessons. For this lesson, I'm going to show you how I photograph my paintings to put online. It's something that a lot of people have a lot of difficulty with. I had a lot of difficulty with it when I first started painting, trying to find a good camera and a good method to get the picture online and having it look close to what it really looks like. It's a pretty difficult process, but there are some simple ways you can do it. I'm going to try to go over some of those ways today in this lesson. The first thing is I use a Canon Rebel XSI. It has manual settings so you can change the lighting and white balance and things like that, and that's very important. You want to use a camera that has manual settings. If you're using just a regular camera that doesn't have any manual settings on it, you can still get a good picture, but you're most likely going to have to take the picture outside. I take most of my pictures outside anyway, but when it gets cold and in the winter I don't really want to do that, so there are a few things I do inside to make the picture look good. First, I'm going to talk about going outside and taking the picture, because that's how you will get the most representative picture of your painting. Okay, I'm outside now and I'm going to take my picture. I've got my painting and it's kind of cloudy out. It's actually partly cloudy. Right now there's some clouds over the sun. So an important thing to do when you're setting up your camera is setting up the white balance. What you want to do is switch your camera to manual and then push the white balance button, and then go over and select shade. I'm going to show you that now. Okay, I have my camera here and I'm going to show you that I have it set on manual. You have the dial up here, and then there's this little line over here, and you want to line up the M. So that's set on manual, okay? So now we go to the back of the camera. And everybody's camera is going to be a little bit different, but they all have similar features. There might just be a few little different buttons. You can look in your user's manual to figure out how to set the white balance. On mine, I have this white balance button right here. So you press the white balance button, and then you get this setting of these automated settings. We want to set it up for shade when we're outside. Even when it's sunny, what we're going to do is we're going to set the painting in shade and take the picture in a shaded area. The best way to take a picture is when it's sunny out and you can find an area that's shaded and take a picture there. Okay, so just to go over it one more time, we're on manual. We press our white balance button and we select shade, and then we're ready to take our picture. Okay, I've got my painting set up over on the rail on my porch here, and I've got it set up in the shade. It's starting to get a little bit sunny out, which is good, but I still have it against the sun, so there's no direct sunlight on the painting. You want to try to avoid ever having direct sunlight on the painting because it will mess up the color balance. Okay, another thing I want to go over, I'm just going to put the camera here. So I have it on manual. And as you can see, there's a little gauge right here. This is the light gauge. When you hold the button down to focus, you'll see that little dot. You want it to be at the 0, right there where it's at the 0, or less, down towards the -2. What I like to do is bring it down, and to bring it down, you just use this dial. Left brings it back up to the right, and right brings it back down to the left, so it's a little backwards. Okay, what I like to do is I start it out down here at the 1, I take 2 pictures there, I hit the dial, I bring it up a notch, take 2 pictures there, then again, and then one more time at the 0. So I take 2 pictures at each level, from the 1 all the way up to the 0. Okay, so I have my picture here, and I try to stand directly behind it, and I turn my camera the long way because the picture is also the long way. I lined it up. I have to scooch down a little bit. And I take 2 pictures, hit the dial, and take 2 pictures at each level. Okay, I'm not sure how clear this is going to come out on the camera, but as you can see here, I've loaded my pictures up and I've got a variety of light and dark, which you probably can't see so well on the camera, but when you load the pictures on to your computer, you'll notice the differences between light from changing the dial on the camera. I have this one finished, but what I'll do is I'll open this one. Okay, so I took this picture, and basically all you want to do once you get on the computer is you just want to crop it. Whether you're using a Mac or PC, it doesn't really matter. I'm using a Mac here, which I find to be easier, cropping pictures and things like that, just using iPhoto. You just crop your photo. Cut out all the outside areas. Okay, and now you have a finished picture. If you need to, you can adjust the light levels. What you want to do is look at your picture and adjust the exposure accordingly. You don't want to make it not look like your actual painting, but you can adjust the levels of light enough to make sure that it's accurate. What you want to do is just have your painting handy and look at that while you're adjusting the light. You really probably won't have to adjust it much. Okay, so that covers taking pictures of your painting outside, which is probably the most accurate way of doing it. When you take pictures inside, the white balance is so hard to get right that a lot of times you'll have to adjust a little bit on your computer, which I'll cover next time in the next lesson. Okay, so to recap, I'm using a Canon Rebel XSI. You don't have to be using one of these. You just want to have a camera where you can set the settings manually. I set the camera on M for manual. I set the white balance on shade. I put the painting in a shaded area. If it's sunny, cloudy, doesn't matter, you want to put it in a shaded area. Set the white balance, and then take 8 pictures, 2 at each light setting that I went over on the camera. You'll see that little guide. You want to start at the 1, take 2 pictures, and then go up to the 0. Then put them on your computer, crop them, adjust the exposure if you have to. You probably won't have to with that many pictures, but you can if you need to. Okay, so that covers taking pictures outside. If you have any questions, you can email me. For painting lessons, you can visit my website, www.gagnonstudio.com. Thank you again for watching, and I'll see you again soon.